igama lamakhosikazi. Roar, young lions, roar. Amandla. Bagaetso ke ema mo go le dumedisa. Ke simolle ka go leboga ke dumedise modulasetulo wa African National Congress o tsamaisang tiro ya gompieno. Ke dumedise Re Paul Mashatile, Deputy President wa African National Congress. Ke dumedise le go leboga modulasetulo wa province ya rona Re Comrade Nono Maloi for tiro entle e ya go bankanya gore re be mo provinceng e ya Bokone Bophirima beke kaofela yona ba entse tiro entle gagolo a re ba shapeleng matsogo baetapele ba province ena. Ke dumedise kgosi ya rona Nyalala Pilane, mongwe wa mmu wa mona wa bakgatla ba kgafela, re re kgosi re a go dumedisa le bohle ba o sebetsang le bona. I greet the national officials and members of the ANC National Executive Committee, the leadership of COSATU, the SACP and 𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐿. I also extend my greetings to representatives of the ANC and leadership of the ANC Veterans League, the ANC Women's League, the ANC Youth League, and representatives and leaders of �𝐚𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐿 Liberation War veterans. I also extend greetings to the veterans and stalwarts of our movement, and also would like to thank representatives of fraternal movements and political parties who are here present. Earlier this morning, I spoke to President Emmerson Mnangagwa, the president of ZANU-PF, who asked me to extend his greetings and congratulations to the African National Congress on the day of our anniversary. I also would like to thank and greet members of the diplomatic corps who are here present, our traditional leaders, our religious leaders, and more broadly, the people of South Africa. Comrades and friends, we bring you warm revolutionary greetings as well as best wishes for the year from the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress. By direction and instructions of the National Executive Committee, I have the pleasure to present this January 8th statement for 2026 on behalf of the NEC, as said by the National Chairperson. We gather here in Moruleng, in the heartland of Moses Kotane local municipality. Re leboga go ba mona ha re keteka letsatsi la tswalo re kgobagane mona Moruleng mo bogareng jwa masepala wa selegae wa Moses Kotane mo provinceng ena ya Bokone Bophirima. Re tlo keteka ngwaga wa 114 years ya go tlhongwa ga ANC. On this historic occasion, we pay tribute to the warriors, the founders and the freedom fighters who made supreme sacrifices during the long journey to freedom and democracy. we focus particularly on those who emerged from our host province. We are a movement that is well endowed with incredible leadership from across the length and the breadth of our country. And today, as we are here in Northwest, we remember the leadership of the African National Congress and our movement that emerged from this province and struggled for our freedom. We salute our warrior kings, our queens and chiefs who opposed colonialism and apartheid and the Bantustan system. We urge present-day traditional leaders across the length and the breadth of our country to emulate the example of service and loyalty to the people demonstrated by those outstanding royal patriots. We also pay tribute to the founders and builders of our movement who came from or struggled in this province from the 1800s through to the 1980s. These include leaders like Sol Plaatje, who was a Secretary General of the African National Congress, George Monsiwa, Moses Kotane, Dr. Silas Mudirimulema, Josephine Palmer Mpama, Dr. Ruth Mompati, Stephen Sekgale, Victor Sefura, J.B. Marks, Job Tabane, also known as 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭, Edna Molewa, Dr. Sam Musunyani Isop, and Aziz Pahad, Bani Mulukwani, and Unkgopotse Tiro. We remember them fondly for the incredible sacrifice that they paid to get us where we are today. As we mark the 70th anniversary of the Women's March, we honor and acknowledge the immense contribution of women to the national liberation struggle. In this province, we highlight the struggle of rural women from Lihurutsi and surrounding villages who mobilized and marched against the past laws in 1957. We also pay tribute to 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐿 Ramohele, a fearless opponent of apartheid. We also today we are honored to have 7 surviving members of the Luthuli detachment amongst us. Morwagagwe Mogapi, Ntolopi Montsusi, June Polo, Radilori, Muamakwe, Reed Ramasire, Spokes Mutupi, and Daniel Kena. Areba Shapeleng Matsoho, Kabani, Kiba Etapele Bailimba Lwanela Tukulugo ya rona. We also honor today 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 Molutlegi of Bafokeng for his uncompromising struggle against the Bantustan system. Our 114th anniversary coincides with the 50th anniversary of the 1976 student uprisings. We take this opportunity to salute the young lions of our struggle for freedom and democracy. And in that regard, we continue to say, roar, young lions, roar. Roar, young lions, roar. We continue to thank and honor the young people of our country for the immense contribution they've made to advance our struggle. The generation of 1976 injected energy and renewed dynamism into our liberation movement, necessitating the intensification as well as expansion of political and military training. This generation became the backbone of mass democratic movement of the 1980s, of the trade union movement, of the civic and women's organizations, and the youth and student formations, which responded overwhelmingly to President Oliver Tambo's call to make the apartheid system unworkable and South Africa ungovernable. We thank the people of the Northwest for their continued overwhelming support for the ANC. The Northwest occupies an increasingly critical position in South Africa's national economy. With its rich mineral resources, it has become the major producer of the platinum group of metals. It is also strong in ecotourism, cultural industries, and agriculture. The role of traditional leadership in the effective governance and development of communities is critical in this province and across our country. We call on government to work constructively with our traditional leaders as part of a united effort to build vibrant rural communities and local economies. This year, we celebrate 30 years since the adoption of our Constitution. The Constitution that was adopted in 1996 is the birth certificate of our nation. It defines and shapes who we are as a nation and as a people, and what we aspire to become. We therefore call on South Africans this year to celebrate this achievement as a living document, recognized globally as amongst the best constitutions in the world. Re leboga lena batho ba South Africa ka gore le ile la kwala constitution e phalang di-constitution tse ngata mo lefatsheng lotlhe. Constitution ya lona e phala tse ngata le tsa dinaga tse iponang o kare di kgolo ebile di betere mo go rona. 30 years ago, President Nelson Mandela signed the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa into law in Sharpeville on the 10th of December 1996 on International Human Rights Day. Through this Constitution, the people of South Africa declared for our country and the world to know that we, the people of South Africa, recognize the injustices of our past. We honor those who suffered for justice and freedom in our land. We respect those who have worked to build and develop our country and believe that South Africa belongs to all who live in it, united in our diversity. We therefore, through our freely elected representatives, adopt this Constitution as the supreme law of the Republic, so as to heal the divisions of the past and establish a society based on democratic values, social justice, fundamental human rights. We lay the foundations for a democratic and open society in which government is based on the will of the people and every citizen is equally protected by law, improve the quality of life of all citizens, and free the potential of each person, and build a united, democratic South Africa able to take its rightful place as a sovereign state in the family of nations. That constituted and constitutes the preamble of our Constitution, which in many ways is the real foundation stone of our Constitution. The Constitution, therefore, is the supreme law of our land, the basis for the transformation of our society into a united, non-racial, non-sexist, democratic state that is founded on the values of human dignity, the achievement of equality, and the advancement of human rights and freedoms. Our Constitution is both revolutionary and transformative because it advances the objectives of the National Democratic Revolution. First, to build a South African nation united in its beautiful diversity. Second, to build a democratic and developmental state that meets the needs of the people of South Africa. Third, to build a transformed, inclusive and thriving economy that works for all South Africans. And finally, to build a united, non-racial, non-sexist, democratic and prosperous society based on the best of human values. The ANC is committed to pursue the objectives of the National Democratic Revolution even under the most challenging conditions, including in the current government of national unity and various coalition governments we have at various levels of government. The Constitution has profoundly transformed our country in as far as the legal landscape as well as the political landscape into a constitutional democracy. Molaotheo ona wa rona o fetotse South Africa mo mabakeng a mantsi. For 3 decades, our Constitution has anchored democratic governance, created independent institutions, expanded access to justice, and enabled major social advances in housing, in social protection, in broad infrastructure. These gains have raised the standards of living of millions of South Africans who lived on the margins of the apartheid state. It has empowered decisive action to dismantle the legacies of racial, gender, and class super-exploitation. Yet this 30th anniversary takes place amid increasingly strident attacks on constitutional values, the rule of law, and rule-based international order. Across the world, the values of democracy, equality, equity, inclusion, human solidarity, gender equality, and social justice are now under attack. The fundamental assertion of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that says the inherent dignity, the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world, is under threat. These universal values of the Declaration of Human Rights are enshrined in the Freedom Charter and the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. This attack seeks to delegitimize any government that aims to address inequality like our government, whether between nations, communities, gender, race, and individuals. It seeks to undermine the existing rule-based order in the world and return human civilization to an era of might, where might is right, to an era of privilege, and to an era of subjugation, and to an era where imperialism becomes the order of the day for mighty and strong nations. 65 years ago, when accepting the 1961 Nobel Peace Prize, former President of the African National Congress, Chief Albert Luthuli said, "Our cause is the cause of the liberation of people who are denied freedom. Only on this basis can the peace of Africa and the world be firmly founded. Our cause is the cause of equality between nations and peoples. Only thus can the brotherhood and sisterhood of man, of humanity, be firmly established." The vast majority of South Africans, and indeed the global humanity, embrace these values that were so well articulated by Chief Albert Luthuli. The values of freedom, of equality, non-racialism, non-sexism, human solidarity. However, there is an increasingly vocal minority in our country that make common cause with this global attack on human rights and these values and actively propagate falsehoods. Their aim is to undermine South Africa's constitutional democracy, to undermine our non-racialism, non-sexism, and the transformation project. They employ multifaceted tactics, including the propagation of blatant falsehoods, such as the claim that there is white genocide in South Africa. They do this to attract sympathy and solidarity from global racist movements and individuals. On the one hand, they form and fund political parties designed to fragment the motive forces of change. On the other hand, they sow the seeds of regime change, establish parallel state structures, and foment secessionist tendencies. Reversing the gains of democracy by any means has become increasingly open objectives of domestic anti-transformation forces and their global allies. Therefore, given these challenges, the current conjuncture demands that we build the broadest united front to defend, consolidate, and advance the national democratic revolution, to advance our constitutional democracy, as well as status as a sovereign country in the family of nations. Ke ka moo re reng, la ba ka leka eng le eng, ba ka se re tlhole re le naga e ya South Africa. Batho ba South Africa re kopane, re ntho e le nngwe, re ka se dumele gore re ilo tlholwa ke bao ba batang go etsa dintho tse tswileng tseleng. Le gona, that is why we say We as a people refuse to be divided. We refuse even to be bullied by anyone, whether here or around the world. And our rallying call continues to be, we will not be bullied. We are South Africans. We are united in our will and our resolve. Bao ba batlang gore divider, they must think again. We are not willing to be divided. We must therefore defend, consolidate, and advance our Constitution and the institutions of our constitutional democracy and ensure that these institutions work for all. We must defend, consolidate, and advance the rights of the workers in our country, the informal sector of business, the small businesses, the farmers, and the middle strata. We must defend and consolidate and advance quality basic services and the expansion of housing, of education, of healthcare, of electricity, of water, of sanitation, and of social security net, of building roads, broadband services, and infrastructure to millions of South Africans. We say today as the NEC that it is our revolutionary duty to defend, consolidate, and advance women's rights, the war on gender-based violence and femicide, and the building of a non-sexist South Africa. Re batla gore boao ba ntse ba tswella pele le gender-based violence ba itse gore matsatsi a bona a fedile ka bana re ka se tlhole re dumela bo mme le basetsana ba rona ba be subjected to gender-based violence. Re batla gore banna ba South Africa ba tlhompe bo mme le basetsana ba South Africa. Re ha re bona bo mme ba 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐽𝐻 le basetsana le bonkgono re be re bona batho ba re tshwanetseng gore re ba tlhompe, re ba fe tlhompo, re be re khumame pele ga bona, re re ra le tlhompa, ra le leboga gore le bafumahadi ba mona South Africa. We are required to defend, to consolidate and advance the rights of young men and women to education. Re re thuto ke yona e botlhokwa gagolo mo bophelong ba rona kaofela. Ka Mantaga go tlo ntshiwa di-results tsa matric, ke mo re tla bonang gore a na mosebetsi o tiro e ya rona ya tsa thuto e ntse e tswella pele na. Ke a kgolwa gore mo Northwest re tla ne re bone tswelopele e pila ya thuto ka hobane bo bekeng e ke kopane le batjha ba bantsi ba ileng ba mpontsha gore ka nnete thuto ba e rata. Re mo batswading re etse sure gore bana ba rona ba ska tlogela sekolo. Sekolo ke bophelo. Go tshwanetse gore bana ba rona for dilemo tse 12 kaofela ba be ba le sekolong, ba ithute go etsetsa gore ba fumane di-skills, bokgoni bo tlhokagalang mo economing ya rona. We want to create jobs and economic opportunities, and opportunities to use young people to use their energy, their creativity and innovation to build their communities and their country. However, we must also recognize that our own weaknesses and failures in service delivery re le mokgatlo in governance and slow pace of economic growth, as well as the high levels of unemployment, have demoralized and alienated many individuals in our country. Le go menagane go le jwalo, re tshwanetse gape go lemoga gore ha re palelwa borona mo ditirong tse tshwantseng gore di dietse, batho ba fellwa ke pelo, ba tsamaya ba tloga gaufi le rona. Re tshwanetse gore re etse matsapa ohle re le ANC, re bontshe sentle gore re sebeletsa setšhaba sa heso. We cannot blame our people if they question whether our democracy, our constitution, or our economy, and indeed our movement and the alliance really work for them. It is these weaknesses and failures that the tasks outlined below seek to address. Re a dumela gore there are areas where there have been shortcomings, but we now, as the ANC, focus on the tasks that the National Executive Committee has outlined that we need to address and embark upon to correct those weaknesses in order for the African National Congress to serve the interests of our people and to reclaim its key role of being the leader of society. In order to defend and to consolidate and to advance our organization, our government, and our country, we have identified 6 tasks for progressive and patriotic forces to embark upon in 2026. Gore re kgone go sireletsa le go kopanya le go tsweletsa pele mokgatlo wa rona, go na le ditiro tse tshwantseng gore re di etse. Firstly, we must focus on fixing local government and improving basic services. Re tshwanetse go lokisa bo masepala ba rena gore bo masepala ba rona ba sebeletse setšhaba. Sa bobedi, we must speed up economic transformation, inclusive growth, and job creation. Sa boraro, we must wage war on crime and corruption and tackle gender-based violence and femicide as a national disaster. Fourthly, we must build a South Africa that belongs to all through the national dialogue process, as well as the 30th anniversary of our Constitution. And fifthly, we must make organizational renewal visible and irreversible. And finally, we must build a better Africa and a better world. Ha re ka etsa re sebetse go re etse ditiro tse 6, ke gona mo re tla kgonang go bona gore ka nnete re tla ba re tsweletse pele. The first task for our movement in 2026 is to fix local government and improve basic services. In last year's January 8th statement, we emphasized ending load shedding and ensuring a consistent supply of water by upgrading, maintaining, and expanding municipal infrastructure while tackling sabotage and corruption. We have seen dramatic improvements in electricity provision by Eskom, alongside improved private investment in electricity investment. However, there is municipal load reduction that continues to disrupt daily life. Mo ne re tsamaya teng gona mo Northwest, re kopane le batho ba bantsi ba ne ba lla ba re motlakase o dula o wa, ba lla ba re motlakase a o tshumi nako tsohle. Ntho eo a e etswe ke load shedding, e etswa ke load reduction. Ka nako tse ding motlakase wa wa, o wiswa ke gore go na le bao ba etsang di-connection tse seng molaong. There's those illegal connections ke tsona tse wisang motlakase ka hobane a di kopane sentle di-wire tse tsa teng, dithapo tse tsa teng. Go gong go etswa ke gore yes, go na le batho ba bantsi ba dulang sebakeng se itseng and dithapo tseo a di soka di tiiswa ka tsela e tshwanetseng. So we call on electricity users, yes, to ensure that we desist from illegal connections, and we also want to call on government to ensure that when there is load reduction, there is immediate reconnection. Go na le bao ba segang dithapo tsa motlakase. Mo ne ke ile teng mo 𝐦𝐻𝐾𝐭, ba ne ba njwetsa gore go na le ba bang ba segang dithapo. So all those things must be properly investigated. We also call on municipalities to strengthen their billing services and collection systems, and to honor debt repayment commitments to ESCOM, and act decisively against illegal connections and vandalism. Last year, we elevated water security as a priority task for 2025. Government currently has 13 major water resource infrastructure projects across the country under implementation, including the Lesotho Highlands Water Project to provide additional water to Gauteng, and the 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐬𝐻𝐾𝐿 Water Project to provide additional water to 𝐻𝐻𝐾𝐿. In the Northwest, the Department of Water and Sanitation has allocated 1.2 billion to improve the water provision in the Northwest Province. Yaanong mmuso o ntsha 1.2 billion gore re baakanye mathata a metsi mo Northwest, and tiro eo e tla etswa e tla simollwa go se kgale. The ANC calls on all government agencies to continue providing support to municipalities to access the services, the trading services grant, so that they can leverage private sector investment. The ANC also calls on all municipalities to ring-fence water revenue. Households that cannot pay for water and electricity must be placed on the indigent register. Le ga le itse go na le tšhelete e tswang mo mmusong e beilweng gore e thuse bao ba sa kgoneng go patala metsi le motlakase. Ba tshwanetse gore ba ile ngodisa ko masepala ba be mo registereng e re bitsang indigent register. We want ANC branches and communities to assist the police in tackling those who sabotage water infrastructure to sustain water tankering businesses. Over the next 3 years, national government will invest 54 billion rand to repair water and electricity infrastructure in a number of areas, especially in our metros. In today's digital age, connectivity and internet access have become basic necessities, And therefore, we need to ensure that this is speeded up. We are expanding connectivity throughout the country through the SA Connect program. We call on all municipalities to make services and payments available online to improve access to citizens. Local government remains the sphere closest to the citizens of our country, and therefore we must find most direct expression of the will of our people through local government. Municipalities must therefore fulfill their basic obligations. They must fix potholes. They must remove refuse regularly. They must keep communities clean and green, and they must provide clean water and sanitation. Re re mo bo masepala ba rona ba tshwanetse gore ba lokise di potholes mo ditseleng tsa rona. And tiro e ya go lokisa di potholes a se tiro e thata. Ha re ka etsa di program tsa letsema, re ka kgona gore re kwale di potholes tse re di bonang go gotlhe. Municipalities must also increase funding for infrastructure, and municipal administration must be ethical, capable, with professional management, insulated from undue political interference and capture. Re batla gore bo masepala ba rona ba sebetse pila go ska ba le bao ba dipolotiki ba tla bang ba interfere le bao ba mo administration. Re dumele ba administration ba etse ditiro tsa bona, and le corruption mo e fele e fediswe go etse mesebetsi sentle. We call on municipal administration to strengthen financial management so that scarce resources are used first and foremost to provide services and to develop our towns and communities. We call on all ANC structures, as well as progressive society and community organizations, to participate actively in the process that has started to review the white paper on local government with a view of strengthening our municipalities. Too often, public trust in local government is undermined by councillors who are distant from their constituencies and perceived as unresponsive to local problems. It is imperative that ANC councillors must reconnect with their wards and restore public trust. Gantsi thata re fumana gore bao ba leng makhanselara a rona ba tsamaela ko thoko le setšhaba, a ba ikatumetse gaufi le setšhaba, ebile ba bang ba bona a ba bitse le di-meeting tsa setšhaba go tlhalosetsa batho gore ditiro tsa bona ke difeng na. Yaanong re re selemong se bao ba sa etseng ditiro tse tshwanetseng ba le di-councillor tsa rona re tlo ba ntsha ditulong tsa bona. Le bao ba utswang tšhelete ya setšhaba le bona re tla ba ntsha ditulong tsa bona. Re re bao ba kgethilweng, o ka ba o kgethilwe ko local government, ko masepaleng, ko provinceng le ko national, ha o sa sebetse ka tsela e tshwanetseng, yaanong re tla kenya phafa, re tla ba ntsha mo ditulong tsa bona. Ke yona tsela e re bonang gore e ka lokisa mesebetsi ya rona. Now, local government also has a central role in the economic development and job creation We call on all our municipalities to ensure that the local economic development plans reflect comparative advantages of each area and build partnerships with the private sector. Ke mo re reng the district development model e re nang le yona ya gore bao ba nang le boikarabelo mo nthong tse dintsi mo masepaleng ba sebetse ba tshwarane matsogo go be le cooperation go be le collaboration so that we can advance the interests of our people. Municipalities must participate into revitalization of our industrial parks, our special economic zones, to attract investment that supports local manufacturing and create jobs. Municipalities must also review bylaws to improve the ease of doing business and reduce red tape, and to enable small, medium enterprises and informal businesses to be able to operate effectively. We call on municipalities to optimize public employment programs and to implement preferential procurement that supports local businesses, especially township and village-based enterprises. The second task of the year is to speed up economic transformation to foster inclusive growth and job creation. A transformed, inclusive and thriving economy that works for all South Africans is the central objective of the ANC's economic strategy. Our strategy for inclusive growth includes accelerated infrastructure investment, forward-looking industrial policy, improved service delivery, land reform, transformative spatial planning, and Black economic empowerment and supportive microeconomic policies that are aimed to enable the women of our country to be empowered economically, to get into business, to run their businesses, that enables the young people of our country to acquire skills and to assist them when they want to form their own businesses. Growth must drive radical social and economic transformation through the redistribution of wealth and opportunity. After also reviewing the SETA system, and it decided that we should have a dual system of getting young people to learn formally, academically, but at the same time to ensure that they get into learning positions in the job situation. The dual system has benefited many other countries that today are giants of manufacturing. South Africa needs to move in the same direction. Land reform remains one of the most urgent tasks of the National Democratic Revolution. While progress has been made, much more is required to give effect to the constitutional requirement for redress and equitable access to land by our people. Key tasks include strengthening support for land reform beneficiaries, accelerating the processing of outstanding reparation claims, and resolving disputes more efficiently. We must also address the urban land reform, as most South Africans live in cities now, where access to well-located land and housing remains deeply unequal. Disruptions to global trading systems threaten South African exports. Government will be accelerating export market diversification in order to ensure that we are able to take advantage of various other markets where we can export our goods, including to the rest of our continent. The third task for the ANC in 2026 is to wage war on crime and corruption and tackle gender-based violence, gang violence, illegal mining and drug trafficking. Crime, corruption and GBV undermine the gains of freedom and shared prosperity. Our primary goal remains the reduction of violent and organized crime and the eradication of gender-based violence. This will be achieved through enhanced community mobilization, visible and effective policing, and improved use of intelligence and technology as well. However, it requires a whole of government and whole of society approach to address the social, economic, spatial and crime and violence as well. During the past year, the police continued to work with other law enforcement agencies to dismantle organized crime syndicates, to combat financial crime, and record successes in arrests, firearm recoveries, and vehicle seizures. In 2025, government took a major step by classifying gender-based violence as a national disaster. Work has since begun with all stakeholders to determine how this classification can be implemented effectively. The ANC's Women's League, working with civil society, has continued to lead efforts to build a united front against gender-based violence and femicide. 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐵 ANC Women's League, re ba shapele matsogo ka bane ba etsa tiro e pila go lwantshana le gender-based violence. Our government continues to strengthen immigration management through the Border Management Authority, the review of immigration policies and regulations and legislation that prioritize employment for South Africans. We have said very clearly that we want people who are documented, who are permitted, yes, to be allowed to work. Those who do not have permits to work, who are not documented, the employers thereof will be committing a criminal offense, and we will be going after those types of employers. Community policing forums remain critical in the fight against crime and gender-based violence. Over the past year, our CPFs have been strengthened and they have
Welcome back. You're watching news.
Effective policing and improved use of intelligence and technology as well. However, it requires a whole of government and whole of society approach to address the social, economic, spatial and crime and violence as well. During the past year, the police continued to work with other law enforcement agencies to dismantle organized crime syndicates, to combat financial crime, and record successes in arrests, firearm recoveries, and vehicle seizures. In 2025, government took a major step by classifying gender-based violence as a national disaster. Work has since begun with all stakeholders to determine how this classification can be implemented effectively. The ANC's Women's League, working with civil society, has continued to lead efforts to build a united front against gender-based violence and femicide. 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐿 ANC Women's League, re ba shapele matsogo ka hobane ba etsa tiro e pila go lwantshana le gender-based violence. Our government continues to strengthen immigration management through the Border Management Authority, the review of immigration policies and regulations and legislation that prioritize employment for South Africans. We have said very clearly that we want people who are documented, who are permitted, yes, to be allowed to work. Those who do not have permits to work, who are not documented, the employers thereof will be committing a criminal offense, and we will be going after those types of employers. Community policing forums remain critical in the fight against crime and gender-based violence. Over the past year, our CPFs have been strengthened, and they have continued to use technology, including the CPF application of the development of safety plans tailored to local conditions. Rooting out corruption remains an overriding priority. Through institutions such as the Special Investigating Unit and the Asset Forfeiture Unit, billions of rands in stolen funds have been recovered and charges have been brought against alleged wrongdoers. The fourth task for the year is to build a South Africa that belongs to all through the national dialogue and engaging South Africans in the celebrations of the 30th anniversary of our Constitution. During the year in which we celebrate 30 years since the adoption of the Constitution, we reaffirm the vision of a united, non-racial, non-sexist South Africa and a democratic and prosperous South African nation, consistent with the Freedom Charter that South Africa belongs to all who live in it, black and white. The ANC is committed to an inclusive and people-led national dialogue that reflects the hopes, frustrations, and aspirations of the people of South Africa. The national dialogue should produce a widely inclusive social compact with broad support to guide the country forward and inform future national development plans. The ANC has always placed dialogue at the center of our struggle for liberation and nation building, from the adoption of the Women's Charter and the Freedom Charter to the negotiations that ended apartheid, and it is through dialogue that we have overcome division and built consensus. So those who are not yet participating in the national dialogue, we call upon all South Africans to participate in the national dialogue. Whatever challenges our country is facing, let us take them to the national dialogue process, which will be taking place at ward level, where South Africans will be able to sit down and discuss the challenges we face, the opportunities, as well as the solutions that we should have for the challenges we have. Therefore, the ANC calls on its members, on alliance partners, the mass democratic formations, and all South Africans to participate in this very noble process. And we should get involved in this through principled engagement that will define a renewed national vision and construct a new social compact anchored in shared responsibility. Celebrating 30 years of our Constitution provides us with an opportunity to defend, to consolidate and advance the values and the vision of our Constitution. Accordingly, in 2026, we will implement a year-long celebration program of the Constitution, and we will focus on raising the level of awareness amongst our people about their beautiful Constitution, the national values that are expounded therein, and hope to engender a patriotism amongst all of us so that we can demonstrate that indeed we are patriots of this land. This program will include encouraging citizens to identify areas where the Constitution should be strengthened. The fifth task for the ANC in 2026 is to make organizational renewal visible and irreversible. The renewal of the ANC and the Alliance is the most pressing organizational task of this generation. We need to act with urgency, determination, and courage in making renewal more visible and irreversible. We fully understand that we either renew the African National Congress and the Alliance or we perish. Renewal must be both personal and organizational. As individual members of the ANC, we must show in our daily conduct and interaction with society that we represent the best values of our movement. We must once again be known for upholding the highest standards of excellence, the highest standard of work ethic, the highest standards of integrity, humility, and competence. We will run the ANC strictly with zero tolerance of corruption, ill discipline, and factionalism. Re tla tsamaisa ANC ka tsela e gagametseng, e sa dumeleng go sa laolega le mokoko. We will govern our country effectively and ethically and competently. We are making tremendous progress in reviving political education in the African National Congress. Through the various programs that we have embarked upon, we have intensified the training even of ordinary members. Advanced level courses are being rolled out to build leadership and governance capacity across the organization. The NEC introduced a new accountability framework that is now being applied to hold all ANC elected leaders and public representatives to a high standard of accountability. The fifth National General Council, held in December, stressed that we must enforce consequence management on non-performance, on misconduct, while visibly promoting meritocracy, integrity, and competence. Se se bolela gore, se supa gore ANC bjanong e re ha o filwe tiro e o tshwanetseng gore o e dire mo mokgatlong le mo mmusong, ha o sa e dire o tla ntshiwa mo setulong se o beilweng mo go sona. Ha o sa ire tiro e o tshwanetseng gore o e dire, o tla swaelwa ka thoko. The strengthening of the Integrity Commission's terms of reference and the step-aside rule has ensured that ANC members comply with the need to protect the image of the movement and to act accordingly. The introduction of compulsory ethics course will improve the ethical environment in our movement. In 2026, we will undertake a nationwide campaign to rebuild every branch of the ANC into an activist branch. We call on all ANC members to be involved in grassroots campaigns, to solve community problems, to promote community development and safety. Organizational renewal also includes the renewal and the reconfiguration of the alliance so that we collectively and comprehensively defend, consolidate, and advance transformative agenda domestically and globally. The ANC will not abandon its responsibility to unite the alliance and to develop a common approach to the renewal and the reconfiguration program. We want to make it clear all ANC members will be required, as per the Constitution, to campaign for ANC victory in the forthcoming local government elections. There must be no confusion. Mo dikgetho tse tlang re batla gore ditho tsa ANC kaofela tsona di sebeletse mokgatlo go etsetsa gore re kgone go tlhola dikgetho tse tsa masepala tse tlang. Winning the local government elections decisively will enable the ANC to lead communities in the forward march towards a truly non-racial, non-sexist, democratic, and united and prosperous society. The sixth task for our movement this year is to build a better Africa and a better world. Across the world, the values of equity, democracy, human solidarity, inclusion, gender equality, and social justice, as I said before, are under attack. This trend poses an existential threat to peaceful coexistence amongst nations. The ANC must continually assess how its international policy promotes South Africa's national interests, protects our sovereignty and constitutional order, and advances the well-being, the safety and prosperity of our people, both at home and on the African continent. Current global developments make the task of silencing the guns on our continent more urgent, as well as deepening the integration of our continent at an economic level through the Africa Continental Free Trade Area and forging common African positions on global issues, including on peace matters, climate change, trade rules, and sustainable development. Our Pan-African struggles against slavery, colonialism, and apartheid have given us a profound appreciation of self-determination, of solidarity and sovereignty. It is for this reason that we continue to call for the immediate end of the assault on Gaza and the meaningful negotiations towards the establishment of a sovereign Palestinian state living in peace alongside Israel. Anything short of Palestinian self-determination and the recognition of fundamental human rights will never bring lasting peace to the region. It is also for this reason that we stand in solidarity with the peoples of Western Sahara, of Cuba, of Venezuela, in their respective struggles to secure self-determination and sovereign integrity. In this perilous global environment, South Africa must continue to advance the African agenda. It must continue to promote our national interests. We must continue to uphold multilateralism and non-alignment and strengthen South-South and North-South cooperation. Failure to do so would be to betray the Freedom Charter's injunction that there shall be peace and friendship, and it will also betray our Constitution's injunction that South Africa must take its rightful place as a sovereign state in the family of nations. We must therefore continue to work towards a more inclusive, just, stable, and peaceful international order. When our forebears gathered at 𝐷𝐸Hoek Wesleyan Church in Mangaung on the 8th of January in 1912 to form the African National Congress, the odds they faced were overwhelming. They faced enormous challenges and difficulties. The colonial and oppressive forces were arrayed against them. However, that group of our forebears who were courageous, who were brave, were determined to unite and to pursue a struggle for freedom and democracy and human dignity. Today, we bow our heads to them. Today, we thank them. We thank them as visionaries to have given birth to this organization that continues to exist 114 years later. Many have not wished us well. They have continued to say the African National Congress is going to die. They have continued to say we are now facing the last years of the existence of the African National Congress. They have said this over the entire 114 years. We are still around. We are going to be around for another 114 years as the African National Congress. Barata kapa barati, the ANC is here to stay. Now, 114 years later, South Africa faces strong domestic headwinds. Like generations before us, we must show the same resolve and courage to solve the current economic, social, and political challenges facing our people and country. This requires bravery. This requires commitment on our part. But this also requires urgency and discipline in implementing the course of action, as well as the 6 tasks we have defined for ourselves and the nation. We cannot accept dysfunctional, apathetic, and uncaring local government in this day and age that does not provide services to our people. We cannot accept an economy that only works for a few. We cannot accept that in the face of all these challenges, we will bow our heads and accept defeat. Our forebears, on the 8th of January, in 1912 demonstrated unbelievable bravery. They showed the entire nation of the people who lived in our country that they are determined to transform our country to be a better place where all South Africans will live. That took courage. Therefore, 114 years later, we who have inherited the work that has been done by those who came before us over the 114 years, today we say we declare 2026 as the year of decisive action to fix local government and to transform our economy. This is what the National Executive Committee has declared 2026 as being the focus for the African National Congress and indeed for the nation to be. With this message, with these tasks that have been put forward, we now call upon the members of the ANC, the leaders of the ANC, and indeed all of us as South Africans to join hands to ensure that we implement these tasks. For the ANC to retain and to regain its position as the leader of society, we members and leaders of the African National Congress, let us go out from this day to go and implement these tasks through urgency, through commitment, through determination, so that we can turn our movement around and we can turn South Africa around. Kamantswe yao, re re happy birthday ANC, happy birthday. Re re ANC 𝐿𝐻ole. Re re ANC tswela pele le tiro ya gago. Re re ANC o ka se tlholwe ke selo. Re re ni abasaba na. Ni abasaba na. Le abatshaba na. Re re a re tsweng kaofela ga rona ge re keteke 114 years ya ANC ke tlhola ke re a gona le mokgatlo o ko o tsebang o na leng 114 years bao ba sampane ba le banyane ba ntse ba gola ke a tseba ba ka se fihle mo 114 years ke ANC hela e fihlileng more 114 years. So we have every right to celebrate. Re re bao ba na leng mona, le ska ba le mona mo go rona. Rona re ma ANC, re na le 114, re ba golo ga golo go mekgatlo yotlhe e mo South Africa. Ba re tlhompe, ba re shebe sentle, ke rona dipoo Samo South Africa. Mandla! Mandla! Gola ANC gola! Ke a leboga.
Ramaphosa re o rata kaofela. Amandla, Amandla, Phatha Ramaphosa phatha, Khokhela Ramaphosa khokhela. Happy birthday ANC, happy birthday. Ayaya Murunga, ayaya Murunga, ayaya. Thola kanjani ungaya esikolweni uzoyithola kanjani ungaya esikolweni. Thank you very much, comrades. Thank you very much, President and the Deputy President and the officials. Comrades, in and outside this stadium, it has been reported that 20,000 people turned up for this rally. We apologize to starting late. It was difficult to reach the stadium because of traffic jam and the fact that other comrades were hiding from the sun and they were behind the stadium. And we had to wait for everybody to try and make their way. Our choice to come to the rural Northwest was correct. We can't take our events all the time, Comrade President, to towns. Last year we were in Cape Town, in 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿 This year we came to Molefatsing Labakatla, Mokhosi Pilani, Nyalala. Ayeye Muruleng, ayeye. Le re tshwere sentle bakhatla re a leboga. Now, comrades, with the powers vested in me, I'm going to lead the announcement of the awards for our structures. I'm going to invite the President and the officials to stand here in the sun. As we award the awards, I'm inviting you to stand our national chant. And then you will line up here. The people who are going to call to give the awards, they will come forward. Comrade Award, an opportunity to take a picture here, congratulated by the President and the officials. Officials forward. Ningame mthunzini mqwathi kulungile. Want to long live Pen Fitla, long live. Thank you very much. Comrades, I'm inviting, I'm sure all the people who are going to give the awards are ready. They are here. Okay, thank you. The ANC has since 2002 awarded various categories of awards as part excellence, learning and renewal. On behalf of the committee led by our president, to announce 5 awards. We will start firstly with the Anton Limbede Award for the ANC Youth League branch in 2025. The Anton Limbede Award recognizes outstanding organizational and political work by branches of the Youth League. It celebrates ANC Youth League branches that demonstrate consistent youth mobilization, advocacy on youth issues, organizational functionality, political education, and active participation in the community and electoral work. We have 3 finalist comrades of the ANC Youth League branches. In the 3rd place, it is the ANC Youth League Ward 25, Polokwane, Limpopo. Will the branch chairperson and secretary of Ward 25 please come to receive their certificates of recognition? Thank you. Receive your certificate of recognition and take a picture with the officials. Viva Ward 25 Polokwane Youth League branch, viva! Joined by the Youth League President. Where is the SG? Where is the lioness? Come. This is the lioness of the North. Congratulations, comrades. Thank you very much. Thank you, Comrade President. Thank you. In the 2nd place, comrades, is the ANC Youth League Ward 6, Free State. Will the branch chairperson and secretary please come to receive their certificate of recognition from Mangaung in the Free State? Congratulations, comrades. Thank you. Let's clap hands for them, comrades. Thank you very much. At Vrystaat. Thank you very much. And then the winner of the Anton Limbede Best Performing Youth League branch is ANC Youth League branch from Ward 38, Madibeng, Bojanala, Northwest. Ayeye Madibeng, ayeye! Uzoyithola kanjani? Ungaya esikolweni. Amanda! Congratulations, Madibeng, congratulations! Thank you very much, comrades, well done. Now we come to the 2nd award, which is the Charlotte Maxeke Award for the Best Performing ANC Women's League branch in 2025. The Charlotte Maxeke Award for Best Performing ANC Women's League branch recognizes the ANC Women's League branches that demonstrate consistent political work, organizational functionality, advocacy on women's issues, These Women's League branches are in active engagement with communities in line with the ANC Women's League constitutional mandate to champion women's issues in society and to mobilize women behind the ANC mission. In 2025, comrades, the ANC Women's League mobilization, advocacy and public education on GBVF remained a key focus area. The 3 finalists for the 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐵 Best Performing ANC Women's League branch in 2025, in the 3rd place is Trevor Vilakazi Women's League branch, Ward 93, Dala Omar region, Western Cape. We will now invite the branch chairperson and secretary please to come receive their certificate of recognition. Malibongwe! Igama lamakhosikazi. Wathinta abafazi, wathinta imbokodo, uzakufa. Finish and clear. We have here the chairperson of the branch, all the way from the Western Cape, Cape Town. In the 3rd place. Congratulations. Enkosi mama. Arimubetele matsoma, comrade. Thank you very much. In the 2nd place is the Vuyani Mabhatla Women's League branch, Ward 27, Johannesburg, from Gauteng. Will the branch chairperson and secretary please come to receive their certificate of recognition? Malibongwe! Ayeye, Ward 27, ayeye! Enkosi mama. That is the 2nd place, comrades. Malibongwe. Thank you very much, comrades. Arbabetele matso. And now we come to the winner. And we are proud to announce 2025 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐵 Award winner is 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 Women's League branch, Ward 4 Mangaung from the province of the Free State. May the chairperson and secretary from this winning branch come to receive the award. Malibongwe! Igama lamakhosikazi. Ayeye, Ward 4 Mangaung, ayeye. Malibongwe. Igama lamakhosikazi. We have here the Secretary General of the Women's League, Nokuthula, and the President. Thank you very much, comrades. Siyabulela. Enkosi. Now, comrades, we come to the third award, which is 𝐼𝐻𝐾 Matthews Award for Best Performing ANC Caucus in Local Government in 2025. The 𝐻𝐾 Matthews recognizes performance in governance, institutional stability, service delivery and financial management at this important sphere of government. As we recall the marching orders of our 2025 Councillor roll call, we have two finalists in 2025 for the 𝐻𝐾 Matthews Award. In the second place, all the way from the Eastern Cape, is the ANC caucus of the Oliver Regional Tambo District Municipality, a pioneer council for the district development model. May the Chief Whip and the Mayor and Speaker please come to receive their certificate. Yeah, Eastern Cape, yeah. Well done, comrades. Ow. Uphuma Buyani. No John. Sondelani bahlekazi. Lulama 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐿. Izani nizokwamkela certificate. Yes, is up for a certificate. Lulama. Jola Iza. Hi, dear, hi. Dear the delicious. And iboni kwa into delicious apha kodwa ke. Delicious ilondo. Ayeye Eastern Cape ayeye. Ayasebenza lama comrade. Kumasipala. Siyabulela maqabane enkosi. Congratulations. Enkosi. Comrades, and the winner of 2025 of the 𝐻𝐾 Matthews, order please. Thulani Maqabane. Okay. Comrades, now very important. The winner of the 𝐻𝐾 Matthews Award is the Nkangala District Municipality, all the way from Mpumalanga. May the Chief Whip and the Mayor and Speaker please come to receive their 𝐻𝐾 Matthews trophy. Well done. Yebo. Yes. Well done. Ayeye Mpumalanga, ayeye. We're joined by the chairperson of Mpumalanga, Comrade Mandla, the Premier of the province. Upuchirwa. Oh, okay. No problem. Well done, comrades. Musebenzi omuhle fela. Yes. Musebenzi omuhle kakhulu. Amandla Mpumalanga, amandla. Yes, comrades, now we're coming to the last one, but not least, is the 2025 𝐶𝐿 Award for the best performing ANC branch. The 𝐶𝐿 Award recognizes activist ANC branches that demonstrate campaigns and community work, strong organizational functionality, consistent with the role of the branch as the basic unit of the movement. This year was a very tough task, comrades, to select. Just 3 finalists from amongst over 1,000 ANC branches who completed the branch functionality audit in 2025. Can you clap hands for all these 1,000 branches, comrades? It was very tough to select the 3. The 3 finalists for the Sol Plaatje Best Performing ANC branch. In the 3rd place is the OR Tambo branch, Ward 133, Johannesburg, from the province of Gauteng. Will the branch chairperson and secretary please come to receive their certificate of recognition? Viva Gauteng, viva! Viva Gauteng, viva! Amandla! Thank you. Yes. They are joined by the chairperson of Gauteng, convener Comrade Panyaza Lisufi, and the secretary and the chairman of the Johannesburg region, brand new region, Loyiso Masuku and Sasabona Manganye. Well done, comrades. These are the defending champions. Yeah. That's where we launched the ANC membership card in that branch. Marumo is one of our best performing councillors, President, in Johannesburg. This young man is the best ANC councillor. This, if we're giving individual award, we will young man. Well done, comrades. Thank you very much. Comrades, second place is Pixley Kaisaka Seme branch, Ward 60, Johannesburg, also from Gauteng. Will the chairperson and secretary please come to receive the award? Ayeye Gauteng, ayeye! Come forward, comrades. Johannesburg. 𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐵𝐿, well done. Well done. Panya Panya. Well done, well done. Well done, Loyiso. Well done. ANC yasetyenzelwa alala, ANC yasetyenzelwa alala, alala, ANC alala. Thank you very much, comrades. Well done. Well done, Johannesburg. Now, comrades, I'm announcing the winner for the Sol Plaatje 2025 winner, competing with and beating over 1,000 branches from all over the country, is the 𝐾𝐨𝐲𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵 branch, Ward 4, 𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵 municipality, 𝐶𝐾𝐭 from Limpopo. Maina, the chairperson of 𝐶𝐾𝐭. Well done, comrades. Well done, well done, well done. Sharp. Well done, well done. Ayeye Limpopo, ayeye. Ayeye 𝐶𝐾𝐭, ayeye. Yeah. Where is Madaji? And Stan Mathabata. Brastan. Where is Brastan? Utsama Yuang aso report monna. Aye Limpopo, aye. We are joined by the Secretary of the Province and the Regional Chairperson, Comrade Maina, all the way from 𝐾𝐿. Well done, comrades, well done. Thank you very much, Comrade President. We will now, thank you, comrade. We are done with the awards, and congratulations to all of us. And let's continue to do important work on the ground. Amandla! Comrades, we are now going to cut the cake and open for festivities. Can the cake people bring it forward? Bendikom nyumcimbi ngapha emadibeni ikuku akangifike. Vuvu, where's the cake? Wait. All right. Sharp. Yeah? Lord, I say agamo. Okay, comrades, we are going to cut the cake. Skananda, come forward. Which artists that are important that are going to perform it?
No, they're just performing and then the cake is coming.
Yeah, but which artist lineup that is coming?
The other artist that is coming is Jumbo. And then we have space. Yeah. That's one. Yeah.
You want to use this?
Ready? Yewewe twawetambo Uwewe twawisocha Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twawisocha Izokali eke masu Izokala pege kaya Izokali eke masu Izokala pege kaya Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twawisocha Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twakomanda lomko Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twawisocha Izokali eke mazwe Izokala pege kaya Izokali eke mazwe Izokala pege kaya Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twawisocha Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twakomanda lomko Izokali eke mazwe Izokala pege kaya Eke mazwe Izokala pege kaya Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twawisocha Uwewe twawetambo Uwewe twawisocha
wisoja izokhalia ekhaya emazweni izokhala sibheke ekhaya izokhalia ekhaya emazweni izokhala sibheke ekhaya ngoba abanye bethu amakhomanda ayahlupheka ngoba abanye bethu amadelila ayahlupheka izokhalia ekhaya emazweni izokhala sibheke ekhaya izokhalia ekhaya emazweni izokhala sibheke ekhaya iwewethwa wethambo iwewethwa wisoja iwewethwa wethambo iwewethwa wisoja izokhalia ekhaya emazweni izokhala sibheke ekhaya Jale mamo Jale mamo Afraid the bosses Amarus Arbeka Chambarabat 𝐿𝐷𝐾𝐿 Chambarabat Asan so sweat Bayakul Rabat weekend Akretes Zipram Kul Emaswin MDNtv Emaswin Where were you? Binangnit Ablam Kul Another Pomplas Richie Benjamin Boy Command Cisaner Command Kendall Martin Command Jasmine Josim Command Liratoli Root Amabiovi Anach Amabiovi Anach From the unit then we fight From the unit and you fight Sabalazo 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 Well done, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Spokojnie. Sondelani comrades, none, background. NEC members, you can come close. Just have a feeling of the cake. Please. Amanda! Sianda, can you play a hot song, man? You know, Yes! Yes! Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hey, Amandla awethu ayeye ANC ayeye. Happy birthday ANC, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Comrades, thank you very much for making it to this January the 8th. I know that food was delayed in the morning, but hopefully all of you had your packages of food. Enjoy the rest of the day and have fun. Let's continue to serve our people. And we will allow the President, Deputy President,
and the chief, 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 Nyalala, at their leisure, they can take leave. Amandla! And when you go home, drive safely, comrades. Nihlale niphephile. The year is officially opened by the African National Congress. This cake will be...
Amandla. Viva ANC, viva. Viva COSATU, viva.